Hello, YouTube. Stupid idiot. But anyway, hello, YouTube subscribers. It's Carrie here. As you can see, I'm out and about. Shut up! I'm out and about in Moundsville, West Virginia. Which, if you can't all hear me, it's my new home. Which I ain't at home. I'm out in town riding on this thing, my good old tricycle. You can see here. If you look behind me right here, this is my friend Root Tail, the guy that I was telling you about when I first moved into Moundsville. Yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to my pal Root too. He said he'd be willing to be in a blog of mine. But that's it for now. Whenever I get home and stuff, I'll talk a little more about what's been going on. It's been a long while, and I'll clarify why after a while. But say hello to Root too. Thank y'all for watching. Hey YouTube subscribers, it's Carrie here. Even though my laundry is out in the kitchen here, I just want to point out that it's so great. It's fantastic to be able to do my own laundry in my apartment. You have no idea. On the camera, it looks like that light's blinking, but in person, it's like a solid green light, which is weird. Still got about 50-some minutes on that. But this is out in the kitchen, as you can see. Which is nice, I don't have to go down to the basement. Then also, if you want to take a look here, this is what this thing does all day. I would show my face, but I'm kind of gross. This is what she does all day. She's saying hello. Hello, girl. This is Kit Kat. And this is the backyard. This is what she gets to look at. There were kids out here earlier playing. This is my little patio. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that I'm happy I can do my own laundry in my own place now. Check out this lovely creation. Got the hamburger being made and the sloppy Joe mix, which I gotta stir here. I'm gonna stir it. I have it turned down lower. But you wanna make sure it cooks good. Having sloppy joes for supper. It's hard to do that one-handed. It ain't gonna be puffing like that once we add the ground beef. Okay, I'm gonna finish cooking. Just about done with my laundry. Put it in the washing machine. Got some folded over there. Now I'm making sloppy joes for dinner. So see y'all later. Do you all ever get tired of eating dip with just chips? Do you ever want to eat dip, but you eat it with chips? But also, you get in there with your finger and go, you know, with the dip. Well, introducing our new Oreo Stick. Let me show you what this lovely stick does for your dipping convenience. That way you don't have to get your fingers all ooey gooey, onion booey. You know, because I'm just random. Okay, so you can see, we're not joking when we say there's dip. We didn't remove the film. Just so you believe us, we all had a party at our corporation, so that's why there isn't much dip left. Okay. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your patented stick, you're gonna dip it in the dip. Voila! No messy fingers. Let me show you that again, but in a little bit of a slower motion. So if you're like every individual and don't like getting dip on your fingers, buy our patented stick to dip, which comes with one stick that is made of wood. It is flimsy and cheap, but we're going to charge you $19.99 for it, even though you can get popsicle sticks at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. But we're going to charge you way more than that because we need money for more chips and dip parties. Thank y'all. Okay, now I am recording the right thing. I don't know why my phone, when I was in my other phone, was recording by itself. But anyway, you're sitting on my tripod. As you can see, I know that chip thing was pretty out there and funny, but I kind of wanted to make a good time blog, make it good and make it a little fun at first before I talk about why I kind of been off YouTube for over a month, because there's just been a lot going on. There's been a couple sad things, well, a sad thing that has happened. There's been some good things, and there's been some things going on with me. Now to start, obviously, one of the last videos you saw before the video where I had to sit down and talk about my autism, which I was able to do that, but I didn't blog like I'm starting to redo now. I was moving into my new apartment, which obviously I'm in my new apartment right now. It took a month to get all my stuff from my apartment in Fairmont, West Virginia to Moundsville, because the week that I went to Fairmont, which was like shortly after I made the blog of the empty house tour, I was gonna go to Fairmont, box up everything that was there. My parents had already brought some of my stuff that I couldn't fit in that little apartment from when I lived to New Stanton in this apartment, so all I had left is my apartment in Fairmont. I got boxes and everything, and I went to the pool on a Thursday, and that Friday I kind of woke up, had a little bit of what I thought was pink eye. Well, that pink eye turned into me having a cold, so I was sick, didn't want to eat, didn't want to do nothing for over a week. I was lethargic, didn't even want to wear, I know this is kind of TMI, a bra, which, is not like me when I'm healthy. I gotta have some sort of support on. So you could tell there was something going on. I was lethargic, I was out of it. My ear, too, also ended up getting infected real bad with whatever I had going on. This was the halfway through June into the beginning of July, which I might have said in the 4th of July blog, but this kind of goes along with the story of what's been going on, why I only did that 4th of July blog pretty much in July, and that was it, because I was healthy enough after, but I was still dealing with an ear infection. But anyway, I had went to an urgent care there in Fairmont. Obviously, they said, you don't have COVID, because I was tested for COVID. I was negative, thank goodness. But they didn't think I had an ear infection. So a week went by, the cold symptoms disappeared, but my ear was just draining. This was like right before the 4th of July, so my ear was just draining real bad. So I went down to Moundsville here, to where my new apartment is. They said I had an ear infection. So I was on antibiotics and ear drops for a couple weeks. So fast forward after the 4th of July. I have a grandma. I have two grandmas, actually. Obviously, I have two grandmas because my parents are still together. I know both my parents. The reason why I say I have two grandmas is because some people don't know their biological parents. One parent has died, and their parents and their great-grandparents and stuff has died, all factors. But this is my grandma on my dad's side. She died when I was 10 years old. She died from sepsis, so she didn't die from cancer. But as you can see, we look alike. I didn't really get to know her well, but had she lived, I would have felt like I probably would have been close to both my grandmas. But my one grandma, She has cancer, which I want to make people aware of, and I hope you all do research and maybe invest into donating to an organization. But she had multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer. She was going through chemo. She was supposed to get not blood transfusion, but a stem cell transfusion to help. People with multiple myeloma typically live anywhere from 5 to 7 years, depending. And she was diagnosed in 2017 with it after she battled breast cancer, which these are two of her bracelets that I got. This was her breast cancer one. She from June into July, because of her cancer and stuff, it also causes heart problems, which she had heart problems to begin with. She was in and out of the hospital for heart attacks and things like that, which I'm not going to go into too much detail because she's my grandma and it's my mom's mom. And if my mom wants me to go into more detail, so be it. But she was in and out of the hospital for that because her heart was getting bad. And we happened to see her, and I hung out with her and talked to her, and she seemed like she was on the mend in July. But anyway, she went to a nursing home because since she was in and out of the hospital so much, since you pretty much with your heart, you're kind of weak, you don't want to do nothing, so you lose your muscle tones. They had her go to a nursing home to get rehab to help her walk again, and that way she could come down here and party with her granddaughter, which I was looking forward to. But sadly, in the nursing home, she just couldn't do it no more. Her body pretty much gave out. I miss her so much. She passed away. I'm just so thankful, though, that she no longer has to deal with cancer. Sorry if I kind of cry, but I was close to her, I would call her up when I was in Fairmont and talk with her on the phone. She made good hamburger gravy, which thanks to her, since she's my mom's mom, my mom learned it from her, and I love my mom's hamburger gravy. But yeah, I'm not going to say the date or anything, but it was in July, the middle of July. She passed away. This is me and her. This was shortly before the last time that she went into the hospital, which ended up, she stayed in the hospital for a couple of days and then went to rehab, like I said. She was starting to rebound a little bit, but that's me and my grandma on my mom's side. I love that lady, as you can tell, and that's why I have her bracelets. But yeah, I'm not going to go into further detail with that. I just wanted to give a summary. So she passed away, so that's what's happening, along with me with the ear infection, which I recovered from. Fast forward after that, the good news is, too, on the 16th of July, something good happened after the tragedy. If I can show y'all, if I can find the picture. Maybe not. Yeah. On the 16th of July, there's me. I became an aunt. My brother and his now wife, which he got married to, by the way, they had a baby girl on the 16th of July, which also happens to be Monfay's, my Penna Turnpike's daughter / my Turnpike niece's birthday as well. She's 10, my niece is 0. They're 10 years apart, born on the same day, so that's great. So after that, I stayed up at my parents' for a while, spending some time with my niece and stuff. Here at the end of July, I decided to come to my house in Moundsville because I got everything packed in Fairmont. We went to Fairmont one weekend, got all my stuff. Well, it wasn't at the end of July. It was after the 16th. It was like on the 19th, the 17th or something like that, because if I would have stayed till the 19th of July, I would have had to pay for July. But went and got my stuff, dropped it off here in Moundsville. I went home with my parents, spent some time with my niece and stuff. And then just about, I don't know, a week or two ago, I came down to Moundsville, which I probably have talked about this in other videos, but in 2020, I had fluid around my heart, which, if you know, when it builds up even more, it's called a precardial infusion. Well, last weekend, for like 13 days prior to this, I was having chest pain on my left side and in the middle of my chest. Well, not on my left side, on my right side, and in my neck and shoulder, and in the middle of my chest. Just felt like pressure. So last weekend I took my tricycle, because I have a tricycle here. You all saw that at the beginning of the blogger's route too. And I rode to the hospital, because, everybody was kind of blowing me off a little bit, kind of thinking I was playing dumb or just tired from moving, organizing stuff here in my apartment, which I haven't fully got organized yet because of everything. But I went to the hospital up in Glendale, which from Moundsville, it really isn't that far from my apartment. It's like 4 miles, so 4-mile bike ride. I didn't want to call the ambulance because I don't want to make a scene. That's just me. I'm just weird. But I just wanted to prove everybody wrong. So I get in there, go to the emergency room. They did blood work, things like that. The EKG came back fine. Some of the blood work, some of it was a little abnormal, And the lady did an ultrasound of my heart too. There was fluid there, and therefore she could see. And so they decided to do a CT, a CAT scan. For those of you that don't know the proper term, get it? CAT scan, meow. But it ended up showing a moderately sized precardial infusion. So, to my shock, to everybody's shock, I didn't think I was going to get admitted, but I got admitted. So, from Sunday to last Monday, so for like 2 days I was in the hospital last week. I want to say last week because it's Saturday already. So just earlier this week, more or less, I was in the hospital dealing with that. So now I am on, which they decided while I was in the hospital to do Lasix, which if you don't know what Lasix is, basically it's like a water pill. And the reason why it's called a water pill is because it drains out the excess fluid from your body, and you have to pee real bad. So you see why it's called a water pill, because you're producing a lot of liquid. But they did an echo Monday morning, which I now have a small precardial infusion. And I also found out that my iron is low, so I am anemic. For some weird reason, my diet has never changed. I was tested there in Fairmont. They did blood testing back in June in Fairmont, and obviously there was no worries about that. They were just worried about my vitamin D. From what I've seen through the portal on the message, I didn't go to the doctor because of my insurance, but I have a small precardial infusion, which I'm on medication for, and I'm also on medication for iron. Well, I'm taking an iron supplement too every other day. The iron pill is just terrible. So next week, to let y'all know, which I'll keep y'all updated on how this goes, I gotta go see a doctor on Tuesday for an update on all that, because I'm still trying to find a PCP, so the hospital recommended this person, since I didn't have a PCP when I was admitted. So I'm going next Tuesday to see this person, and then in September I gotta go see the cardiologist. And then also I was evaluated by a psychiatrist too in the hospital, so I admitted to suicidal issues. And so I will be seeing somebody who works with autistic people, hopefully by the end of January of 2023. Yeah, everybody's booked up. But to sum it up, I'm now dealing with heart problems. I'm now sick, you know. I look totally normal in the blogs here, but that's because I'm kind of doing them where I'm not having a dizzy spell or chest pain. Tell you the truth, I'm hurting a little bit right now. It's not intolerable. I'm on ibuprofen. So it's like a 1 or 2 in pain, but it's there. I notice it. But yeah, so that's what's going on so far. I kind of hope you enjoyed the little blog and the little chip commercial and kind of understand what's going on, why I haven't been doing blogs. I'm hoping, to get back to it. Also hope you enjoyed meeting her too. Maybe I'll take you along for the ride to see him again. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for the next one.